Matt Alba.
Yo, that's me.
Rakush.
Yo, you know what? That had a very Super Smash Brothers announcer kind of like pick your character type of vibe to it when you said it.
Well, thanks, man. That's nice to hear. You know, like I got a.
Mm-hmm.
I know I have a face for radio. I didn't know I had a voice for radio, so that's nice to hear. Matt, this is typically where Jaren would be doing the intro, but you know he's on a pilgrimage.
Yes.
To the home of Uma Musume. And yeah, he's he mentioned this. He's going to be in and out for a little bit, but we're going to be doing something that he would typically call a beefy boy episode. But Matt, I got to be honest with you. I think this, listeners, they heard you have the outburst a couple of weeks back. We're beefing. It's a beefing boy episode because Jaren's not here to kind of like, break up any fights between you and I. So look, people fight, friends fight. What better way to come together though, Matt, than with something both you and I can agree upon? Anime.
Well, or we can, hopefully agree upon.
Well, yeah, let's see. Maybe we'll be beefing even further at the end of this episode. But Matt, before we get into it, I wanted to mention this because we record on weekends, and I went to a farmer's market that I frequent just to kind of like, pick up a few things because I'm going to sound real bougie and picky here, but they sell some shallots that I absolutely love. Some folks call it shallots. I'm so bougie, I call it shallots. So I drove up there, it's like a 30-minute drive. It's not exactly a nearby farmer's market, but it's also been like storming pretty bad today. Like I don't even know how to describe to folks that like the sun was barely out. And so it was like a very drab day. And I get to the farmer's market in the afternoon and there's like barely any cars there. At first I almost got confused. I thought it was closed, but no, like there's people walking around and stuff. But Matt, I got to tell you, one of the most depressing visuals I've seen is a farmer's market in November in this country.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they would still be doing a farmer's market in November. I feel like when I think about farmer's markets, I really don't imagine them like being there past, mid-October.
Yeah. Like post-Thanksgiving almost is typically where like things would die down a little bit, right? And to be honest with you, I think I was a little bit too optimistic about going to the farmer's market in a November, in this weather. But in my, what was going on in my mind at that point, Matt?
What's that?
We know, like Mississauga, there's a very famous ice cream spot called Dairy Cream. And Dairy Cream, you'd think ice cream shop also closes around the same time. But no, they stay open until December. So I'm like, look, man, if an ice cream place can stay open that long, surely the farmer's market has to stay open, right? So they were. It's just they didn't have anything. Like the shelves were like all empty. The only thing, like I would say half of the farmer's market was just buckets of apples, literal buckets of apples. And like they didn't have the shallots I was looking for. They didn't really have anything that I typically would be looking for. So like a lot of that was kind of a bummer, but in hindsight, I should have known. Like that's on me,
Yeah, they're showing what's in season, and I guess it's all apples.
Yeah, nothing else is in season. Just apples. That sounds depressing, honestly. But Matt, it is fall winter season, and for me, it's one of my favorite times of the year from a food standpoint because it typically means that I don't need much of an excuse to go make stews. And I made some like chicken stew. I actually sent you a photo of one from a couple of weeks back where I ended up using what were called heirloom carrots. And one of them was a purple carrot. What I didn't really, realize or register until it actually started happening is the purple would run. And
yes.
The stew took on this beautiful, velvety, majestic witch's brew purple color.
It has like, when somebody in anime makes food that they have to like, typically censor. It has that color to it almost.
So Matt, I'm actually about to send you a photo from an episode of Gintama because I started a rewatch of that lately. And tell me if that is not the exact same color of the Stu's photo that I sent to you a couple of weeks back.
Yeah. You turn the tint just down ever so slightly, and that's exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Just, I increase the contrast a little bit. That's basically what it is. We might want to just take a photo of this screenshot and put it on the visual version of this episode. But honestly, Matt, I made that like a day after Halloween. I said, F it. Like, I'm going to actually make it a gimmicky stew and call it the Halloween Havoc stew or something, because I'm a wrestling fan. So I was like, yeah, sure. Let's do that. But then earlier today, I decided I'm going to make the stew again. Matt, fantastic. It always tastes phenomenal. Even the Halloween Havoc stew tasted amazing. So I got to ask you, before we jump into the meat and potatoes of this episode, what are the meat and potatoes that you like adding to your stew? The potatoes, translation, vegetables.
I mean, I feel like I'm pretty standard on stews, just the standard, what do you call it? The things that you put like in a mirepoix are basically like, because like, I don't think anything other than those main ones are things that I would add unless I'm making a specific flavor. Do you know what I mean? Right? Like,
kind of. So, for those not familiar with cooking terms, mirepoix is carrots, onions, and celery, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
I mean, actually, I guess I think mushrooms is okay. Mushrooms isn't a vegetable, actually, but
I mean, it's you don't have to get that technical about it.
But like, I think mushrooms is like a constant thing I'll always throw into something I'm making, even if it's not standard for the food.
So I actually did add some mushrooms into the stew I made earlier today. The thing that I think I realized about adding mushrooms into a stew is I might need to pre-fry them or pre-cook them a little bit. Because otherwise I think the water just like, I need like the liquid to reduce a little bit. And I found that when I was making it with the mushrooms, it really wasn't. I don't know if there's any actual science to that or if I'm just making that up, but it just kind of felt like that. So maybe I might just fry it up a little bit next time.
Yeah.
But no, mushrooms do add a good flavor to it.
Yeah, I think that's like really the only one that I'll always add that's outside of the standard 3.
Yeah. I think like the next thing I also want to try making is like a proper chili with like actual combination of like beef and pork, like ground beef and pork. And stew season. It's the best, Matt. But we're not...
Wait, okay. I know there's a thing that's not... like, people say, like, oh, if you put... Is it like beans? If you put beans in a chili, it's not a chili anymore. It's like a stew or something.
Let me look this up. Yeah, the first question on Google is, if you put beans in chili, is it still chili? I'm not going to read the AI answer for that, because fuck all that. I'm going to go... Matt, I think we need to end the discussion here, because apparently this is a thing from Big Bang Theory, and... I despise that show.
Well, I mean, like, if it's in Big Bang Theory, it's also still probably a part of, like, they wouldn't just, like, randomly put that into Big Bang Theory if it wasn't a thing that was already highly debated, I think.
I guess. Apparently it is, like, an ongoing debate. Some folks say it's not chili, some folks say it is. I don't know. I lost all enthusiasm for this conversation once I saw it was Big Bang Theory adjacent.
Damn.
Matt, there is something Big Bang Theory adjacent that I do want to talk about.
Okay, what is it?
It's anime. But...
Oh, hang on. Was there ever any major anime stuff in Big Bang Theory? I feel like they were very Western comic focused.
I will never find that out. However, I'm saying it's adjacent because, comic books, anime, it's not that much of a stretch.
Yeah, they're same thing. They're same thing.
Yeah. Now who's ruining segues and over-explaining segues? Matt, you actually have a new game for us today.
Yes.
And I'm actually going to let you explain this. You've explained it quite a bit to me before the recording, but it's a Saturday evening. My brain is shut down. It's still not recovered from a 5-day work week. So, Matt, take it away.
Okay. So, Rakush, there I was on the internet one day, being nostalgic for a time when social media was simpler. We didn't have them TikToks. We didn't have all the short form content. We had dumb, wholesome content. Like,
like the Juggernaut bitch.
Like Juggernaut bitch, like oh really, yeah really, things that you would find on E-Bombs World, Newgrounds, stuff like that.
E-Bombs.
And I ended up on a nostalgic MySpace kind of a binge, I guess. And
okay,
one of the things that I remember so much from MySpace is those quizzes that you would do where it's like, oh, of your friends, who was the most likely to do X thing?
Okay. It's like the yearbook kind of.
Yes, yeah, like the yearbook superlatives type thing. And, I saw that and I was like, you know what? We could turn this I could turn this into content. And I'm sure Rakush would love to do it.
You know what happened, Matt? You know what happened?
What's that?
You saw the questions on MySpace, and then you're like, what if I took the questions off of MySpace and put them on Asian Avenue? And so it seems like that's where this concept comes from.
But Rakush, you know me, I want to put in as little, pre-legwork as I can. So the little twist that we're going to be adding to this is that instead of doing it with our friends, we are going to take a random group of 5 anime characters and then debate with each other on who we think fills that particular superlative or most likely to question. So we are going to just be using we're going to be using a anime character generator from coolgenerator.com, which seems like it's pulling from a list of just like very popular, kind of like mainstream animes. And, that's what we'll use to pick our 5 characters and then debate on these questions that I've scoured from all corners of the internet, from, Reddit, from cosmopolitan.com, which I got a lot of these from, I found very old BuzzFeed articles of like, this sort of thing, and, just random blogs as well.
You went with the very old articles because you wanted that throwback feel to it. I get it.
I wanted that authentic feeling.
Look at the amount of effort that you've put into this, Matt. Like, I respect it, Let's do it. Let's hop right into it, Matt. We've got a list of questions. We're going to go through it. And 5 anime characters per question. There will be instances, I should say, I don't think we know all anime characters.
Rakush, come on. We're experts in this field. We know all the anime characters.
I feel like that's a good teaser for an episode that is about to come up. We know a lot. I don't think we know all. Let's find out if we know all.
Rakush, you gotta be confident in yourself.
Listen. No, you know what? I'll save my next comment for after that special episode comes out in the next couple of weeks. But
also, Rakush, I think that episode might come up before this one.
Okay, then I'm not gonna hold back then. Listen, no, hold on. The 100 anime characters that you really, 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 really know, right? I don't know how many reallys I need to add in there. I was very confident during that, for the record. And then afterwards, Mr. Matt Alba over here, our boy Jared, they're like, hey, was this too easy? Meanwhile, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, look at me. I'm coming up with new series left, right, and center. I know about anime. And it seems like every idea you guys are coming up with was just, how do we make it more difficult for Rakush?
I mean, okay, I think it should have been just anime in general. Because once you can start pulling from the same anime, I think like your wheelhouse gets too big.
I think I went like 10 different animes in a row in one stretch of that. Like, I think, I'm pretty sure there was like a moment where you and Jared were talking about like, oh man, like, is this like, I don't know if I know any more animes or whatever. And then I just started like flexing, like named 5 characters from like different series.
I think it's because me and Jared don't pay attention to character names because we're bad at media.
I'm just a super weeb is what it is. You guys need to get on my level. So the super weeb is actually feeling a little insecure about this game, but you know what, Matt? Let's find out. Let's find out if I can defend my title.
Okay. So the first question is most likely to get canceled on social media.
Ooh. Okay, who are the characters, Matt? Who you got for me?
Okay, so Rakush, we got Minato from Naruto. We have our boy Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z.
Uh-huh.
We have Sasuke, also from Naruto. We have Karma from Assassination Classroom. And we got Death the Kid from Soul Eater.
Interesting. Okay. So, Matt, I know 4 of the 5. I know I'm starting on shaky ground here as Super Weeb, but I don't know much about Assassination Classroom, so I might let you make the case for that one. But I gotta be honest with you, I think I'm kind of leaning towards 2 as our top suspects here.
I mean, to put just a quick thing on Karma from Arts Class, I honestly think that he is probably on the least likely side to get canceled. This is like this is like a delinquent kid, but like it's delinquent kid with skills and maybe secret heart of gold, but he's kind of sun about it. But I don't think there's anything like particularly bad cancelable about him. There may be some stuff, but like I think he's the weakest one on this list.
I hear you. Matt, I think it's between Vegeta and Death the Kid. Death the Kid from Soul Eater.
Ooh. I was gonna say maybe Sasuke should be in there too, but I feel like he leaned bad guy and redeemed himself, so maybe like, that's while people know he has a checkered past, he got past it.
When do you make that argument for Vegeta?
I think you need a certain level of personality to be. Actually, you know what? No, as I'm saying this, I think maybe like later Vegeta would actually maybe be sad that he's getting canceled. But
okay. I think Vegeta is. I'm gonna dig a little bit into Canadian politics here. Not gonna jump too deep into it, right? But former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau gets caught doing blackface, like at an earlier point in his life. To me, that's like Vegeta pre-coming to Earth, not doing blackface. I'm not saying Vegeta was doing blackface. Please do not put online.
It's a different DBC character.
Yeah. Please do not put online that I said Vegeta was doing blackface. I feel like that's kind of like where Vegeta is, where like if he gets canceled, it is going to be for something that he did at an earlier point in his life. And so that's why I'm kind of leaning Vegeta. But I also feel like Death the Kid is just one of those characters that's like, he's going to say something stupid.
Yes, that's what I was going to say as well.
Right? Yeah. Like that's kind of, it's 2 very opposite spectrums of why someone would get canceled, I'm sure. But like, like Death the Kid, Nepo baby, like, very privileged.
I mean, Vegeta's a prince. He's kind of Nepo baby, but like I guess his whole like planet blew up, so maybe not.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I do not think we could call it sorry. I don't think we could call Vegeta a Nepo baby here. So I think I think it's Vegeta or Death the Kid. The reason I'm like I don't see Sasuke getting canceled online is because I just don't feel like he's the kind of person that's online.
Oh, you think he doesn't have like enough of a like online media presence to even have someone to cancel him on? I see.
Yeah, like he's what him getting canceled would be like another like outside analogy. Kawhi Leonard is in a lot of shit right now for having like an allegedly fake sponsorship deal that like he may or may not actually. I don't know. The contract's kind of sus. You guys can look it up a little bit more. I feel like if Uchiha Sasuke gets in trouble, it would be on something like that, where it's like, he's not online, but someone does some investigative journalism and finds some shit out about him. That's the only way I can see him getting canceled. I think we can write off Minato, by the way. I don't think he gets canceled. Yeah, for sure. Right?
He's not in this conversation at all, I think.
He's dead. I mean, like, he's one of those that's like, he might get some shit for like, some stuff. I don't know. But he's dead, so it's like, whatever.
Well, to be fair, a lot of dead people getting canceled like these days anyway, but
I mean, you're dead. Like, I feel like if you're tiering, like, the issues in your life, being dead higher than being canceled, because you're dead. Right? So that's why, coming back, Vegeta or Death the Kid? I don't know. I don't know which one of these 2.
I do think that it is more likely that I think Vegeta will say things that are like aggressively mean, but I think like Death the Kid will say something that's like actually problematic.
Death the Kid's got some Logan Paul in him.
Okay, I feel like we're on the fence, but we're like slowly leaning into Death the Kid's yard.
I kind of think it's Death the Kid. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think that was going to Death the Kid.
I kind of feel bad because I don't even think he's actually that problematic. But
yeah, if you look at this list just from like the outset, I think like Death the Kid probably doesn't even like ping you right away. But when you like the people who are going to cancel him, when you look into it deeper,
that's
probably Death the Kid.
Yeah, because like, okay, there's another part of this. To get canceled, you have to be uncanceled first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Vegeta's probably not at a level where he's like, good in the public eye or whatever.
Like, even if you think about like one of the last things canonically in the series that he did, it was mass murder at one of the last Budokai Tenkaichis in Dragon Ball Z, right? Because he gets the Majin powers. So like he's already an asshole. Like
Yeah.
Like I feel like he wasn't uncancelled in the first place.
Death the Kid has space to fall.
Yeah. I think it's Death the Kid.
Okay. Yes, yeah. 100% agree. Okay.
Matt, I think we can move on to question number 2.
All right. So, for question 2, I got most likely to not text back for 3 days.
Oh my god. Okay. By far, the worst trait in a person is not texting back.
I'm sorry, man.
You text back. You're
good. Man. Okay. Rakush, for this one, we are going to be bringing in Sakura from Naruto, Byakuya from Bleach, Ichigo from Darling in the Franxx, Usopp from One Piece, and Esdeath from Akame ga Kill.
Ooh. Matt, I know who's last on this list.
Who's that, Rakush?
It's Sakura.
Yeah, I think... Okay, yeah. I think that she would probably be pretty good about texting back.
Yeah. Now, I will admit, don't know a lot about Darling in the Franxx, don't know a lot about... Is it Kill la Kill or Akame
ga Kill.
Akame ga Kill, yeah. That was a tongue twister. I don't know a lot about those two.
Okay. Okay. So going for Ichigo from Darling in the Franxx, I've always seen her as the more proper character. So I feel like she would text back within the 3 days. And okay, I guess here's a different question. I think Esdeath might be someone who doesn't text you back at all. Like, how are we gonna, like, are we looking for someone who's just slow to text back, or are we looking for somebody who won't text you back? Okay, so
like, if we're going 5-1, 5 being text back immediately, and 1 being, like, takes the longest to text back, or doesn't text back at all, I think that's kind of how I'm thinking of this one.
Oh, wait, okay, so doesn't text back at all is, like, up for grabs here, rather than just text back slowly.
I think so, yeah.
I think Esdeath won't text you back unless she wants to talk to you. Like, she will just like leave you on red until she needs you, I think.
Okay. So you think Esdeath would be first here?
I think if we like are including like doesn't want to text you back at all in this, then yes, I think Esdeath is like gonna be up there.
So most likely to not text you back within 3 days, Esdeath. I'm trying to figure out.
I want to clarify. It's not that she won't text you back she won't text you back at all.
Yeah.
Whereas
that also is within 3 days.
I'm wondering if like the question should be they will text you, but it's going to be like 3 days later because they're slow or they are they forgot or something along those lines.
I think what matters more is kind of like the spirit of the question and less the semantics of the question. Okay. And if you ask me about the spirit of the question, it is who is slow at texting you back or who is not going to text you back at all. Like the 3 days to me is arbitrary. Like,
okay.
If we're talking from that perspective, like I kind of feel like Usopp is up there for me, but for like a different reason than like it being anything malicious or sinister or anything. I just think Usopp's one of those guys that's like, you know, life of a pirate. He's just living a free life. He's doing whatever he wants, right?
He doesn't have a connection right now, so he can't text you back. He didn't even get the message.
And like, this isn't part of the question, but when he does text you back, he's likely going to be texting you back some bullshit like, yeah, hanging out with some giants. Sorry, got drunk for 3 days. It turns out that might actually be true. I don't know.
Okay. I think Byakuya wouldn't text you back right away. I feel like he's the type of person who'd see your text and then be like, I'll get to that when I have free time and like, you know, after I'm done my current work. So it'd be like a 4 or 6 hour later response.
I'll go one further with that. Byakuya will not text you back. He will call you.
Oh God, that's true and I don't like it. Oh God. Okay.
I think so. Okay, but if he doesn't text back and calls you, does that suddenly catapult him to the top of the list?
Okay. Of all the things that could happen, I think I would hate that the most. But I think in the spirit of the question, he contacted you back, which is what's important here.
So we'll put him like third on the list here. So I feel like it's Estes first. I'll trust you on that one. I'll go Usopp second. Because I do feel like Usopp will at least text you back. It's just going to be like whatever he gets coverage and he's like not drunk, basically. We're going to say Byakuya third because he's not going to text you. He's going to call you.
I hate it.
Ichigo's fourth.
I hate that so much.
And Sakura's fifth.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds about right. So honestly, I think Ichigo and Sakura can tie on that. But like, you know, that's really just, you know, more semantics.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. What do you got for me, Matt?
All right. I have, who is most likely to get emotional during a hangout?
Ooh. So basically, who's going to be the Rakush of the hangout?
Would it be the Rakush?
I feel like I get deep. I don't know if that equates to emotional.
I don't think that would be emotional. I'm thinking of someone who, like, I don't know, starts just like weeping or like gets like way too huggy during a hangout or something.
Huggy as in, man, I miss you guys so much, Huggy. We should do this more often, Huggy. Or like, I'm having a mental breakdown, Huggy.
I honestly could go with either of those, to be honest.
All right, let's see what the list is, and let's see where that takes us.
All right. And Rakush, the characters that we have for this one are Light from Death Note.
Oh my God.
Midoriya from My Hero Academia. We got Soma from Shokugeki no Soma. Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. And Kaguya from Love is War.
Oh, jeez. Oh, this is going to be the toughest one we have, I think.
Yes, I think this is like hard for a few reasons.
Okay.
Because,
Go on. What do you think? Why do you think it's going to be hard?
I think that there are, to me, two characters here who can be the most emotional during a hangout because they're being manipulative. And I feel like that might count towards this question.
Can I take a guess as to which two? Light and Kaguya.
Yes, yeah, of course. Of course,
yeah. Okay. I'm going to start from the least likely. I'm going to say Light is the least likely to get emotional during the hangout because his whole shtick is to not show emotions. Even if he's manipulating other people's emotions, he doesn't show emotions.
I don't know. Okay, so you think like for this question they should be genuinely showing emotion? Because if it's genuinely showing emotion, then I agree that Light is out.
Even if they're acting up.
I don't know. I feel like Light's whole thing is about like just like emotional manipulation for like some of the characters within that series.
Okay. Put a pin in Light for now. Kaguya. I think she's a front runner.
Yes. I think that she actually goes both ways on the manipulation and genuinely showing emotion.
Yeah.
Thing.
I fully agree with you. Like, I think she's one that, like, as has been seen in the series, and one of the charms of the series is she'll try to manipulate, get manipulated, and then get all flustered, and then get super emotional.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I kind of think she's kind of a front runner here. But let me throw an absolute wild card here to you, okay?
Okay.
Son Gohan literally has an early story arc about getting Saiyans in general, they get so angry that they turn Super Saiyan.
Yes. See, okay, I was thinking that as well, but I guess, like, since it's a hangout, I don't see a reason for him to get angry.
Unless Goku dies.
I don't know. Yeah, Goku dies during the hangout, which I think is a whole different thing.
When you really think about it, every time he hangs out with his dad dies.
Does he?
Right? Because, like, okay, he gets kidnapped by Raditz. Goku comes. Goku gets killed. Right?
Yes.
Then he hangs out with Goku in Planet Namek. For all intents and purposes, for a solid year, Gohan thinks his dad is dead. Yes. Or, like, kind of thinks his dad is dead, because they can still kind of feel a little bit of energy or whatever, but he's just missing. Then Cell Games happens. Goku dies. That's where Gohan turns Super Saiyan. Right?
Oh, is that where he turned Super Saiyan? I thought he turned Super Saiyan earlier than that, but...
sorry.
Right.
I think Gohan turns Super Saiyan before Goku dies. But, like, he has to save the day after Goku dies. That's the clarification. Okay. I think we could say situational, so maybe that puts him as either second or third.
Maybe.
Maybe that's a compromise.
I
think Izuku would be flustered, but I don't think he gets emotional during the hangout.
Yes, I agree.
Right? So that then leaves Yukihiro Soma. I think he would be chill. I think he's like one of those dudes that's like, let me actually go cook for you guys.
Yeah, I think he's the most chill person in this group, and he's like not gonna get emotional at all. I think he actually has a very good handle on, like, the way he feels.
So least likely to get emotional, Yukihiro Soma. Now, we have at least... So to me, we have two really good candidates. You think we have potentially three, because I think Gohan's situational and Kaguya is the front runner. I'm willing to kind of compromise and say, like, Gohan second or third because it's situational. What's the case you want to make for Light?
Rakush, sorry. Did we do a sexism, Rakush?
Did we? Oh no!
I feel like we.
Oh Jesus!
We picked the one like female character to be the emotional one on this question.
So we can no longer put her first.
I
don't think so. No,
I don't know.
Matt,
I don't know.
Nope.
Rakush,
nope.
Is this gonna get us canceled on social media? Are we the new Death the Kid?
Are we the new Death the Kid? See, we said something stupid here.
Oh,
no.
Man.
No, Kaguya second.
okay, Kaguya second. So
and you, Mr. Light Alba over here, just manipulated the entire conversation to meet Light Yagami, number one.
Okay, I do think that, like, I kind of see it. If we're gonna, skip out Kaguya because we're afraid of getting canceled, I think that there is, like, reasonable thing between, like, Light and Gohan. For what if we're taking emotional manipulation as being, or acting emotional.
Okay. Jokes aside. I think Kaguya is most likely to get emotional during a hangout based on everything that we've seen in this series.
Yeah, probably.
You know what? We're not going to get canceled for this.
Okay.
I think she's one.
She is a teenage girl. Everybody else here. Wait, no, I'm not going to continue that sentence. I feel like that's like going down just a really thorny path and I'm about to say something really bad.
Hey, listen, last question. We said Sakura will text you back right away. We said Ichigo will be kind of middle of the pack. We said, Byakuya is the listen, we're equal opportunity here.
Okay. Okay. So Kaguya
Praise subverted.
Okay.
Respectfully, Kaguya is in first place.
Yes.
I think, okay, I need to hear your case for Light, though, before we maybe lock her in.
I just think that like throughout the series, Light does a lot of manipulation in terms of, kind of just like him portraying himself as sad, him portraying himself as angry, him portraying himself as worried throughout the series, that I feel like if he was going to a hangout, he's there not to socialize. Like, he's there as a psychopath, there to get something that he needs. And he's going to like manipulate the people around him, possibly using or possibly like making himself look like he's in an emotional state while doing it. Because, to pull on people's heartstrings and whatnot. But
I hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Kaguya is on both ends of the spectrum, so I think that is like, the strong reason to go with her.
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, it is just Kaguya in the series, right? Like, that's the entire plot, is the manipulation and then getting flustered between her and, what's the dude's name? I forget, but, like, it's your standard sort of, like, high school stuff of, like, people figuring out what their emotions are, and then not knowing how to control the emotions because they're high schoolers, right? So, like, I think that's why, like, she's kind of in the lead. I think with, like, Light and Gohan, it's kind of the same thing, right? Where it's, like, situational emotions. Where it's, like, your dad dies. Literally, for both of them, in fact, when their dad dies are the moments where they show the most emotions. So I feel like 2 and 3 might be, like, Light and Gohan in whatever order you want.
Yes.
I think Midoriya is going to be 4, because he's going to be one of those, like, I'm just happy to be here, guys. He'll get emotional after the hangout. But not during the hangout. And then Soma, least likely.
Yeah, Soma chillin'.
Yeah. Matt, I think we can move on to the next question, now that we've been cancelled.
Okay, so Rakush, for the 4th question, I have most likely to leave a restaurant without tipping.
Oh my god. Okay, question. Most likely to leave a restaurant in Japan or in North America, because there's 2 different tipping cultures.
I think we have to go with, like, they are in America, or like, they're in America.
All right. Let's see the list.
Okay, so the characters we got here, Rakush, are Oikawa from Haikyuu. We got Gintoki from Gintama. We have Gon from Hunter x Hunter. We have Erwin from Attack on Titan, and we have Inuyasha from Inuyasha.
That is a pretty insane list. Holy shit. Matt, I feel like there's one answer and one answer only for this one. We could chat about 2 to 5, but there's one very clear answer, and it's Gintoki. It's Sakata Gintoki. His entire... Go ahead.
Yeah, like, honestly, Gintama was never really like a series that I that closely followed, but I feel like I have enough of a cultural anime osmosis to know that this character is probably one of the ones that would leave a restaurant without tipping.
Forget without tipping. This guy would dine and dash. I'm pretty sure there's actually episodes where he dines and dashes. So, like, 10,000% he is the most likely to not leave a tip. Now, I do think there's an interesting conversation to be had about, like, second place. Because I think it's between Oikawa from Haikyuu and Inuyasha for 2 different reasons. Okay,
I just thought Inuyasha was my number 2 in this situation.
Let's hear your reasoning.
I mean, I just think he wouldn't want to pay and be like, yo, you know what? I'm paying you for the service. Here's the money for the service. We're good. We're square.
I don't think he'd know what a tip is the reason he wouldn't tip.
Oh, yeah. There's just that part. Sorry. I was assuming people knew what the thing was.
Fair. But if we're going in character, I don't know if he'd know what a tip is, right? So now...
In character, yeah.
In character. So that's why I think it's between him, but then Oikawa, I feel like, is the kind of character who's, like, he's kind of a nice guy. Like, I mean, look, there's only as much of an asshole as you can look in an anime about volleyball, right? But, like, I feel like he'd be the kind of person that doesn't tip because he's, like, gonna find or nitpick reasons to not tip. Now, which one of those is worse is gonna answer which one is number 2 and which one is number 3.
See, I would have thought that, like, even though, he is a little, like, iffy in that way, I would have thought that Oikawa would reluctantly tip. Do you know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying. Yes, I understand that. I think he would reluctantly tip only after nitpicking the service. So, like, he would maybe take the tip and say, I'm only giving you 5% because yada, yada, yada.
Yes.
So, I think, okay. So then I think that bumps him down to number 3. Because then he's still technically tipping.
Mm-hmm. I think other than Inuyasha, everybody else that's left would tip. But for, like, I think Gon would tip because, like, I think that Gon would tip and tip well because he's, like, a good guy.
I think, yeah. I think Gon would be the one that tips 25 to 30%.
And then I think, like, like, Erwin tips because, like, that is the socially accepted norm. And that's just what you do when you go to a restaurant and eat.
Yeah, he's like the kind of person that's like 15 or 20% tip. So, like, we almost have, like, almost a, kind of chart going, right? Like, in order. Number 5, 25%. Then you got number 4, Erwin, like 15, 20%. Then you got Oikawa, who we're saying is going to be the 5 or 10%. And then you got Inuyasha, who doesn't know what a tip is. And then you've got Gintoki, who's going to dine and dash.
You straight up just steal.
Yeah. Which, again, that's basically his character, is a cheapskate. So, like, if any, like, it's such a clear answer here. I think that's their list.
Yeah, I think that stands.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's keep it moving.
All right. So, for question 5, I have most likely to lecture everyone about conspiracy theories. So, for this one, we have Eren from Attack on Titan. We have Killua from Hunter x Hunter. We have Doflamingo from One Piece. We have Simon from Gurren Lagann. And we have Inosuke from Demon Slayer.
Okay. Oh my god. This is another tough one because I feel like at least 3 of these 5 characters. Now, transparently, I've not watched Demon Slayer enough to know what Inosuke's deal would be, but 3 of the 5 characters at least are parts of stories that are literal conspiracy theories. So this was tough.
To talk about Inosuke, I just think that he would just say insane shit, but I don't think that he's the strongest candidate in this group.
Now, what kind of conspiracy would he be sharing?
This guy basically kind of like lived as a wild child for most of his life. So he's going to say things about, I don't know, some stuff about like animals can like do what, like some wild stuff to you. Or, if you eat this like boar, it'll like give you like super strength or some stuff like that. Like I think he'll say some like wild stuff, but I don't think that it's going to go deep is what I mean.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like those would be conspiracy theories. It just kind of feels like those would be like old folklore or like fairy tales or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know what? Yeah, you're right. I guess it's not like full conspiracy theory.
But here's the thing. Between him and Killua, because I don't think Killua would be telling conspiracy theories either, I don't know which one is least likely.
Oh, man. I feel like Killua is like I think Killua has the most like between the two has a better head on his shoulders and like isn't going to tell like wild stuff.
I think Killua would be the kind of person or like the kind of kid that would say like repeat stories he'd hear from his family about stuff, but like it would be more like wives' tales that he speaks on. It's more gossip and less conspiracy, So okay, we've got our 2 least likely. Matt, how much do you know about Don Quixote Doflamingo?
Not a lot. Basically nothing.
Okay. This whole character is conspiracy galore, right? So this character is a former celestial dragon. His family gets kicked out, and then he basically is assaulted by like the common village folk because they still think these guys are celestial dragons, or like, they can attack them without getting any sort of like payback or whatever. And so this guy, being a celestial dragon, knows a lot of shit about the world government that like the world government also wants to silence him on a lot of things. And so he's currently like locked in a jail in, I believe it's in Impel Down. And like he keeps getting a newspaper, and every time he pops up now, he just says some foreboding shit. That's like basically how a conspiracy theory person would be. Now, here's what I will say. This is where it gets a little dicey and tricky. Because it's not that this guy is talking about conspiracy theories. He's not sharing conspiracy theories. He's sharing facts.
Yeah.
So, like, does that technicality disqualify him?
See, okay, I was kind of thinking along that same lines for both Simon and Aaron, because I think from everybody else's point of view, those two would be saying things that make them look like they're kooky, but they are just telling the truth because they saw the other side, for lack of like a better way to put it.
So I think with Simon, Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, I don't know if he was a very talkative grown-up version of himself, right? So maybe I think like he kind of falls in number 3 because it's like when he speaks, people think he's crazy, but he doesn't speak a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Like, how talkative is Doflamingo? Because I feel like
extremely.
It's between if it's
the reason he's in jail is because he doesn't shut the fuck up.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This guy's gonna talk your ear off. This guy's 100% gonna talk your ear off. Everyone's only gonna tell you like the quote unquote like truth. Like once he needs to pull you to his side or something similar to that, which wouldn't be really telling everybody about conspiracy theories.
Which one do you think is more annoying though?
Oh, I feel like someone who's just gonna like talk conspiracy theories to more people would be more annoying, just on a case of like, if one guy tells like one person about a conspiracy theory, the one other person just be like, oh, that guy's kind of weird. But if you have like, the way that you're kind of like describing Doflamingo, he's like kind of just blabbing, and everyone's gonna think he's like a wackadoodle. And I feel like that puts him more into the spirit of this question.
I think you're right. So I do think Doflamingo gets number 1. But I don't want to move on from this question without making this one point about the kind of blabbermouth that Aaron Yeager would be. The worst kind of conspiracy theorist is one that is actually trying to convince you about a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't feel like Doflamingo is trying to convince you about anything. Like, the man is just confident in what he knows. Whereas Aaron Yeager, I kind of feel like he just comes across as a little bit of a, weirdo. Now, the question isn't about which one is weirder. It's just about who's most likely to gossip. So I do think you're right that Doflamingo gets number 1.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if we're talking about more annoying, it's Aaron Yeager.
Yes, probably yes. Yeah, I can agree with that.
I think we got another list here. Let's keep it moving, Matt.
We got it. Okay. So, the next question is most likely to forget the name of someone they're talking to.
Oh my god. I'm first on this list.
Rakush, I think me and you are going to be 1 and 2, and we'll have to debate about that.
Jared, I think you're grossly wrong about what I'm about to do with this list.
Wow. That's a racism. But
I was trying to think of another friend of the show's name. You guys are all Filipino. What the fuck?
Yeah, you goofed. Oh man. Oh no, maybe we're the race. Okay. But the people that we have, or the anime characters that we've rolled for this one, are Onizuka from Great Teacher Onizuka. We have Rei from Neon Genesis Evangelion. We have Misa from Death Note. We have Rukia from Bleach. And we have Tamaki from Oran High School Host Club. Rakush, I feel like almost immediately Misa and Tamaki are out of being the most likely.
Okay. For Misa specifically, I feel like her job is to remember the name. She'd be really shitty at that job if she forgets the name, right?
Well, okay. Tamaki's job is to remember the name. Misa can just see your name because she has Shinigami eyes.
Sure, right. So, like, if she's really bad, or, like, she's really forgetful and seeing the name, she'd be really bad. Okay, yeah. Least likely. Mm-hmm. Got it. Mm-hmm. Misa. Mm-hmm. Dead last.
Uh-huh.
Tamaki, you think Tamaki would remember the names?
I think that's his job, right? Like, basically, he has to be able to flatter, and I feel like forgetting somebody's name is not the way to go in that particular job.
Okay, fair. That's number 4. We got 3. I feel like I know who the answer here is, by the way. But let's talk about Rukia right quick. Because I feel like that's a character that, like, at the surface level, people would be like, oh yeah, she forgets everyone's names. But I actually think she's, like, a very caring character. So, like, she'd remember everybody's names.
Yeah, she would. I think she would, like, note down someone's name. And if she does forget it, she can look it up easily later.
So, the reason I would have her as 3rd and not lower than that is because I do feel like if she meets a stranger, she would not bother learning a name.
Yes. I also feel that same way for Ray.
I feel like Ray just doesn't give a shit.
Okay, so Ray wouldn't even commit it to memory at all to begin with.
That's my thought process here. It's like she's not going to ask for the name. She's not going to listen when you say the name. Or, you know, maybe she's not in any position to hear the name or whatever. I just kind of feel like she's going through shit. She's in her own world. She's not going to remember the name. So 2, 3, kind of the two of them. So I think you and I both agree. It's clearly Onizuka.
Real? No, I was going to say it's Ray. I thought Onizuka did remember the names of, like, his students and stuff.
Interesting.
Like, because as that series goes on, he becomes, like, a better teacher figure. And he does, like, you know, stand up for his students. And maybe I am misremembering, but I thought he did, like, learn everybody's name.
He does.
But that is towards the end of the series. If we're talking about, like, early Onizuka, then yes, I agree with you.
I think you caught me on that one. I think I'm thinking early Onizuka.
Okay.
But, like, okay, I guess, like, this is where we can get into semantics on this answer, right? Like, how much is the intent of remembering someone's name matter? Because if you're trying to remember a name and forgetting the name, does that count for more than not giving a shit and forgetting a name?
I think trying to remember someone's name and then not remembering it is maybe worse.
That's why I feel like it's Onizuka.
Like he earnestly wants to know somebody's name, but like he's most likely to forget it out of all these people.
That's kind of where I'm leaning with this.
I can agree with that. Yeah, Ray wouldn't care. Rukia is probably going to be, you know, lukewarm. The other two, it's like their job basically to know the names. Yeah, I think like Onizuka is probably actually the most fitting answer for this question then.
I also kind of feel like he would be the kind of like teacher that would intentionally play the joke up of forgetting someone's name.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Or come up with nicknames because he can't remember the person's name, you know? So like that's also where my
nicknames
mind is
100%. Yeah. Yes, 100%. I think he's like the nickname type.
100%. Yeah. I think we got another question done here, Matt. Let's keep it moving.
I think we do. I think we do too. The next question I have is most likely to never use public toilets.
Okay. Who we got?
Okay. Rakush, we got some weird ones here. Okay. We got Momonga Ainzaul Gon from Overlord. We have Mugen from Samurai Champloo. We have, God, I hate saying this guy's name because I can never really get it right. We have Yokiora? Is that how you say it? From Bleach?
Oh, Okiura. Yeah, from Bleach.
Oh, okay. Is that okay? Rakush, I only ever read his name, and I never ever had to like say it or hear any anime. We got Tanya from Saga of Tanya the Evil, and we have Pain from Naruto.
I really like the thumbnail that was used for Pain on this one because he looks constipated, and it's a very fitting look for this question. But Matt,
okay,
I don't know much about Tanya.
Okay,
how do you say this last name? Degurshov?
Yes, something like that.
Yeah.
But Rakush, I think that out of everybody on this list, Tanya is the most likely to use a public toilet because
the most likely,
basically, yes, a war officer. You know, her whole anime basically takes place in like fake World War II, and I think that is the type of person who doesn't care that they have to use a public toilet.
Matt, we might need to flip the question around to most likely to use the public toilet then, because I feel like it's Mugen from Samurai Champloo.
To never use a public toilet?
Most likely to use a public toilet. So like we're almost having like a weird debate about the bottom of this list.
Okay.
And I feel like we might get more heated about the bottom of this list than the top of this list. Because
maybe.
Okay.
Sorry.
Maybe the compromise here is that Mugen doesn't use a public bathroom because he's just gonna go shit outside.
I honestly, okay, I think of the two of them, Mugen is probably more likely to just shit outside than Tanya. And if that's the qualifier we're gonna use, then like, you know, it's a bad qualifier, but I feel like that makes.
Yeah, I don't know, because okay. Again, the question is most likely to never use a public toilet.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
So, like, Tanya would not use a public toilet.
Tanya would use a public toilet.
Okay.
Yes.
Mugen, I guess maybe is bottom of the list now that we're talking through it, and, like, I'm not crossed up in my brain about the question. I think he's bottom of the list because, yeah, he just shit anywhere.
Okay, I guess. No, but he would still use the public toilet, right? Like, I feel like if you're... Okay, I think that if someone is more likely to shit outside than use a public toilet, they actually go higher on this list.
Fair. Okay, so, alright. For the purposes of this conversation, a toilet must be used, whether it is a private toilet or a public toilet, right?
And I think that, like... I think of these five, Tanya is the most likely to use a public toilet.
Because she's a wartime character.
Because, like, I think Mugen is 4 because, I mean, I also think that maybe, like, out of desperation, Tanya will, like, shit in like, I don't know, trenches. But I think that if the mood strikes Mugen, he won't look for a toilet. If a toilet is there, he'll use it. But he also will just, like, shit where he is. Or, like, off to the side. And wouldn't mind it.
Ooh. I think I'm okay with that. Let's talk about pain because I
okay, Rakush, for everybody else on this list, do they poop?
Okay.
Do we assume everybody on this list poops?
Everybody poops, yes.
Okay, everybody poops.
Right?
Everybody poops.
So like we know that like they have to poop and the cleanup has to happen. And yeah. Pain is a tough one. I don't know how to pinpoint.
Hey, does Naruto have toilets? I actually can't remember. They do, right?
They have to.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if it ever came up, like, canonically, but they have to. Shit.
Okay, you know what? I just I just googled, does Naruto have toilets? And there's fully pictures of just Naruto sitting on a toilet.
Okay.
There's just Skibidi Naruto as well, by the way.
Okay, pain is third, right?
Pain is third, yes.
Because I feel like Pain would look for the cleanest public toilet, but would use a public toilet.
Yeah, I can believe that. I can believe that.
Because, like, I don't know if, like, that whole crew of villains had, like, you know, a secret hideout with a good toilet. So, like, if he's gotta just take a shit, like, he'll take the shit. So, I think, okay, we're down to Ulquiorra and Momonga. And I feel like both are varying levels of, like, quote-unquote royalty or live in, like, palace grounds, so to speak.
Yes. I mean, Momonga does travel around and he does disguise himself as, like, a soldier. The reason I didn't bring up Momonga before is that I was going to question, does Momonga poop? But if we go with everybody does poop, I think that he would use public toilets.
I guess we're also kind of like zeroing in on poop, but like it could be for anything. Right?
Or you could pee. Yes.
You could pee. You could throw up. Does Momonga throw up?
Oh man, maybe. I don't think he gets sick. Now that I think about the series, I think he actually is immune to sickness. Maybe he's immune to poop. Is poop a sickness, Rakush?
Poop is not a sickness, no, unless you're pooping a lot. Then it's actually fatal. It's called dysentery. What would an episode of The Mistake Zone without Jaren on it be, if not at least one segment with poop in it.
Yeah, I'm going to go through our old episodes where it's just me and you and see if we don't talk about poop on there. If we don't talk about poop or we don't talk about farting. If there is any, okay.
Gosh. Or both.
Or, yeah, any kind of toilet humor at all, actually.
I gotta imagine that, like, if you're ever doing, like, metadata tagging on the podcast, like, poop and fart have to be two tags.
Yeah, that tracks.
Back to the question at hand here. Momonga. If he doesn't poop, or, like, if he doesn't use the bathroom a lot, then does that not put him lower on the list? Like, that almost puts him 5.
Yeah, like, okay. He is an isekai dude, right? So he does have the mentalities, I don't know, or like the mental of like a Japanese, or like a not even just a Japanese person, like a normal person.
The instincts.
Yeah, a normal person.
Yeah, the instincts to poop. Yes.
So I think that he would be okay with using a public toilet. But now that I'm thinking about, like, when you said, that kind of brought up that royalty type thing, I think oh god, I can't say this guy's name.
Okiura.
Yes, I think that maybe he thinks that he's too good for public toilets.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was saving this convo. Right? But I think I agree with you. Okiura would not only never shit in a public bathroom, I don't think. He would not shit in a public bathroom without a bidet in it.
or a private bathroom without a bidet in it, you mean?
Yes, sorry, a private bathroom without a bidet. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's like the bougiest of crappers of this list.
Yes. Yes. This is a person with the highest toilet requirements.
You see the look that's on his face in this thumbnail right now? Like he's giving a side eye. He's actually giving a side eye to the rest of the characters running to the public bathroom to take a shit right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
He's got a little bit of that Skinner looking downward saying pathetic.
Yes,
on.
that is actually the exact energy that this guy has. Oh.
So he's most likely to never use a bathroom.
Most likely to use a public toilet. Yes.
So what is this? Sorry, what list did we end up with here? So Okira 1, we said Momonga's 2nd, Pain 3rd. I feel like Pain is 2nd.
I think actually, maybe Momonga goes kind of down. I think, I think Momonga wouldn't shit in the street, so maybe like he's lower on this list than Mugen. Oh wait.
Ooh. So okay, you're thinking Okira first.
Yes.
Then who's 2nd here? I feel like this is where it's a bit difficult because I don't think there's any other character outside of Okira who would never go to a public bathroom. I feel like situationally, all of them would use a public bathroom. So maybe we don't need a 2nd.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe we just need to know who's too bougie for public washrooms.
Yeah. Maybe it's Okira with his fancy bidet and scented candles in the bathroom.
I'm good with settling on that.
Turns out I might be Okira, by the way. But I would use a public toilet if I absolutely need to.
Yo.
I just prefer a bidet and, scented candles.
Rakush, when we're in Japan, I love going to the public toilet. It's like, oh, I wonder what like fancy goodies that are gonna be in here.
Matt, I gotta be honest with you. When we were in Hokkaido and we went up to see the Buddha statue, that was it's also part of like a cemetery there, right?
Yes.
And so sort of like the main building, I still think about those bathrooms. Like those are some of the most stunning, breathtaking toilets that I've ever used in my life.
Rakush, I really liked the washrooms in at Yamadera Station when we went there.
Yeah. Stunning. Like, absolutely stunning. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, that's our standard poop segment there. I think, Matt, we can move on to the next question. I think let's do a couple more. Yeah, I think we can do a couple more, Matt.
So, Rakush, the next question I have here is most likely to be good at video games.
So I'm not on this list.
Yes. You. Unfortunately, I think you're off of this list, Rakush.
I'm out. Okay, gotcha. But, no worries.
The 5 that are up for debate on this list are Saitama from One Punch Man. We have Kazuma from Konosuba. We have Urahara from Bleach. We have Asuka from Neon Genesis Evangelion. And we have Edward from Full Metal Alchemist.
You said that like that on purpose, didn't you?
Like what?
Full Metal Alchemist. Sorry, that was me doing the other.
Full Metal Alchemist.
So, like, you and I paired up to do the mid-episode thing. Man, I gotta watch that series again.
Yes. I don't know. I'm not gonna rewatch that thing. That's so much time.
I mean, the time isn't the issue, because I can just keep it playing while working. The issue is, like, I don't want to see that kid turn into a dog, so, you know.
Yeah, you can just skip that episode. You know, just pretend it's filler.
I don't like skipping.
That's where I live. That's where I thrive, Rakush.
You and I could never watch series together, man. It would be too
Yeah, no.
We would actually be beefing boys at that point.
Oh,
jeez. I don't think Edward's good at games, Matt.
Well, like, yeah, he's probably not good at games. Probably is.
Only thing I can't figure out: who's worse, him or Asuka?
I would argue Asuka would probably be good at games, because she is, you know, used to piloting a thing, and I feel like that might, like, you know, cross over to a controller or a mouse and keyboard or something like that.
That's actually good. Ooh, okay. That went from last to first with your case there.
Like, I feel like it really depends. Like, I think out of everybody here, if we were in an arcade environment, I would maybe lean Asuka, because those have, like, you know, non-standard controls for the most part. But
I don't have an argument against that. I think that's a good one. She's most likely to be good, you think?
I think she has a strong potential to be good.
Okay.
But
we got 3 others to talk about here. Let's talk about this Kazuma Sato guy from Konosuba.
This guy was isekai prior to he was a degen, and I'm pretty sure that he liked gaming a lot prior to crossing over to his isekai world.
Okay.
So he is your kind of standard, I don't think he was actually a neat character, but he has strong neat energy.
For those who aren't familiar with that term, it's NEET. Not neat as in, hey, that guy's neat. No, it's a different meaning. So we got 2 candidates here. And there's 2 left.
Yes.
Matt, when you're editing the video for this, I need you to do me a favor with Saitama's image.
Okay.
Just move it around a little bit. Like, you know, just a little bit left, a little bit right.
Just slide it.
Just slide it around a little bit. Okay? That's gonna be more animated than the latest episode of One Frame.
Oh, man. Was he playing video games in it, though?
He does, yeah. Actually, there's a whole subplot with him and King, because he keeps losing to King. So I think he would actually be bottom, or like close to the bottom of the list. Near Edward.
Oh, is he a gamer, but he's just trash?
Yeah, because him and King's entire like friendship is built on King kicking his ass in games.
But is King good?
King's really good. Okay. King is basically who you think Kazuma, or who you describe Kazuma Sato as in that series. So maybe not. Okay, maybe not bottom of the list. Maybe Saitama's like dead middle.
I was gonna say Urahara would maybe be middle, because I would see him as like, he gives a vibe of someone who games but isn't like hardcore about it.
I think Urahara would be good at like pinball stuff, like physical games, board games and stuff like that.
Yes.
I don't think he'd be good at video games.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So the reason I think he would be 4th is because I do think there's some transferable knowledge that he could potentially put to playing a video game that I don't think Edward Elric has at all.
Yes.
So I think Edward's 5th.
Yes, I think Edward is the weakest
least
one
likely
here.
To be good. Kisuke is 4th. Saitama's 3rd. Do you think Kazuma Sato would be good at arcade games in the same way as Asuka would be? Now that you've made that argument.
I mean, I think she'd be good at arcade games because, like, just like, you know, transferable control stuff. But there is also the question of, does she? I think she would be weaker there because she doesn't have like game knowledge. Do you know what I mean? Or like,
kind of
gamer instinct.
I hear you. Right? How quickly would she pick that up? I feel like pretty.
Yes,
quick.
You know what? Actually, yeah.
And I realize, like I started the convo with being like she doesn't know how to play video games at all. But once you made the argument that like because of piloting and Ava, she has those like control skills already.
And she would obviously be very good at PvP, I think.
Yeah. So, like, those arcade games are good. I think multiplayer games, I think, should be good at, like, Call of Duty. I think she'd be better at that than Kazuma Sato.
Yeah, you know what? Kazuma kind of gives the vibe of someone who plays the games a lot, but, like, I guess I also think of this as Saitama as well. Okay. I think that Saitama and Kazuma have hit their gamer peak, and it's like, you know, maybe mid-high. I think Asuka is like, you know, baby level probably, but she'll have a higher peak because she's probably more dedicated than either of those two.
Higher ceiling. Yeah.
So,
okay, most likely to be good at playing video games, Soryu Asuka Langley.
Yes.
Not where I thought we'd end up with that one, but yes.
Yes. Yeah, I can very much agree with that. She has the drive and like probably like the know-how on how to get better to be the most likely to be good at it. Not the most, the best now, but you know, after she will be the best.
I would actually like to see her play like Ace Combat with the actual like, you know, joystick and stuff.
I kind of want to see her play Crazy Times.
Oh, that would be a crazy one. What would be the weirdest game that like Asuka would play, I guess?
Ooh, I don't know, like The Sims. But if we're talking like something that's in like an arcade, I actually, you know, it'd be so far from what she controls normally. I want to see her play like DDR or something.
I think she would crush that too because of the synchronization and the combat skills.
Oh, you know, and she's also like physically fit, which like really Saitama is the only other one.
Yeah, she would crush that.
Yeah, Kazuma will die.
I feel like, okay, having never watched Konosuba, I feel like Kazuma would play one of two genres of video games and stick to that genre, whereas I feel like Asuka would play or try out all the genres.
Yeah, she would become good at whatever genre you put in front of her, I think.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like Cosmo just plays JRPGs or visual novels.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
That's all I get from this
That's a good vibe. That's a good vibe.
Yeah. Matt, I think we can move on to the next question.
All right. So the next one I got is most likely to have the best spice tolerance.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And on this one, we've got Goku from Dragon Ball Z. We got Spike from Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop, right? Yeah, okay.
We got Lelouch from Code Geass. We got Chica from Love is War. And we have All Might from My Hero Academia.
Okay, I got a first question for you. All Might. Are we saying it's All Might or are we saying it's the frail version of him?
I think that Powered All Might is a better chance to win this one. But I guess it depends on where we're taking everybody else.
Okay. I currently got two front runners and a dark horse here. This is like, I actually don't know much about Lelouch, but like there's a possibility that all five might have a very high spice tolerance. But currently, I feel like it's Chika Fujiwara at the lead and Goku kind of close.
Yeah, I think Chica is very likely to have a good spice tolerance, but I feel like she's just one of these characters that I've seen like eating a lot of stuff. I guess Goku eats a lot of stuff too. I feel like Spike has a moderate spice tolerance. Like he never did the whole, you know, eating very, very spicy food for the sake of eating very, very spicy food, but I feel like Chica might have done that.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's like I cannot remember any episodes where spicy food comes up, although Love is War does feel like a series where it might have. I gotta admit, in my head, if I imagine like they're just having like a spice tolerance competition, Chica, sorry, is that how you pronounce her name? I thought it was Chika.
I thought it was Chica, but you know, tomato,
Fujiwara. Fujiwara. I feel like she would win by a mile. However, the reason I think Goku is close is because I actually just don't think he realizes that he's eating spicy food. He just is like a black hole.
Yeah, I think he would just
sucking down the food.
I think he would realize he's eating spicy food, but it would be a rush for him, and that's why he'd like.
It would be like after the fact. I think like he's a little bit slow on the uptake with that kind of shit. Where like I think it would hit him like after everything is done.
Yes. Okay. Sorry, just to leave these two for a bit.
Yeah.
I think Lelouch doesn't have a good spice tolerance. I think that like the food that he eats wouldn't really be in that realm, because this does grow up not like rich, but like, he does grow up in a very proper environment and a very like Japanese environment, which I feel like don't have like, normally those foods don't really have like very strong spices or very like spicy spices, I guess, in them.
Matt, you trying to say that rich people don't eat spicy food?
Maybe.
Now that you say it, I am curious, because like I don't. I'm trying to think of any of those like YouTube videos where they're like, here's some fine dining.
Yeah.
Here's the spiciest thing you've ever eaten in your life.
I think if
there's none,
I'm looking for like the most spicy food in terms of like, like cuisine, it is going to be coming from poorer, like
blue collar folks. Like blue collar restaurants and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like Lelouch might be the least likely.
Yes.
But I feel like he would come up with an excuse like, "Oh, this tastes horrible. Take it away."
Like, "Oh, this is all the heat. I don't need this. Give me some." I don't know. I was gonna say mayonnaise. Like that's like spice, some fancy food, but like, that's not it.
That's Hichikatsu from Gintama. That's running gag for that one. Well. Spike Siegel.
Yeah,
I think he would tolerate it, but he would sweat buckets.
Yes. Like, I think like, yeah, he has a decent spice tolerance, but it wouldn't be the highest out of these people.
Between him and All Might, I think Spike has a higher tolerance, because All Might's missing like organs and shit.
All Might will just fail to function from the spicy food.
Yeah. I feel like he might actually fail to function if he eats something too spicy.
That's true.
So I think we've got our 3 to 5.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Matt, do we go with the tie here? Because I really cannot pick between these two.
I think, Chica's doing it for the love of the game, and Goku's doing it for the love of the thrill.
He's just doing it for the love of the food.
Well, I mean, I feel like he would think like, oh, getting beat up by spicy food is just like training.
Yeah. Ooh. See, now that you said that, I feel like I think it goes slightly in Goku's favor, because I think if you're talking about who can eat more, it's Goku.
Oh yeah.
And then if he treats it like a competition that he's got to win,
oh yeah, then probably Goku will beat out.
Then probably Goku wins it. Yeah. So I guess like that's our order, right? Most likely to have a high spice tolerance, Goku.
With
Fujiwara not far.
Yes.
But second. Spike third. All Might fourth, Lelouch fifth.
Yeah, that sounds...
Actually, would All Might be fourth or Lelouch fourth? Because, like...
No, sorry, I thought
if All Might just shuts down...
last? I think you said All Might was fourth.
That's right, yeah. So, like, if All Might is going to shut down... what's worse?
I see. Yeah, maybe dying is worse.
Maybe that's something we can...
But, sorry, maybe dying from the spice is worse than just, not preferring it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, man.
The American, dead last in spice tolerance. That's the take. That's where we're going with this.
Okay.
Matt, I think we've had a lot of fun with this. I think maybe we can do one more.
Yes.
Before we call it for this episode.
So, Rakush, the last one that we have here today is most likely to start a podcast about a very niche interest of theirs. And the characters that we have for this are Nagito from Danganronpa. We have Miram from Hunter x Hunter. We have Keima from World Only God Knows. We have Zoro from One Piece. And we have Martial from Delicious in Dungeon.
Okay. Matt. I think we also need to challenge ourselves to come up with what the podcast would be about.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I kind of want to start with Zoro. I'm not going to do the list just yet, but I kind of want to start with Zoro.
Yes.
If you don't know anything about Zoro, I feel like he would be the kind of person that pops up on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast.
Oh man.
He looks it.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
It's either that or he starts a podcast about swords. Like sword history and shit like that.
Ooh. Okay.
So that's Zoro, all right? We'll come back to Zoro here.
Okay.
Because this is where it gets interesting. Because if we're coming up with the podcast ideas for all of them, that would make them all likely to start their own podcast. But then we have to then basically sift through like which one of these guys actually is gonna, or ladies is actually gonna start a podcast. So let's see. Miriam from Hunter x Hunter.
I mean, I feel like it would be either a documentary style podcast about how he's taking over the Hunter x Hunter world, or it'll just be about his like accomplishments in beating out all the experts that he's facing.
I feel like he would be one of the characters that would start like one of those scammy self-help podcasts.
Ooh, maybe. I could see that.
I think like his podcast would be something in the manosphere.
Actually, okay, you know what? No. Actually, I don't think he would be self-help. I think in terms of personality, he wouldn't be there to help you. He'd just be there to talk himself up.
No, but that's the thing that you're missing about those podcasts is that typically it's some bullshit egotistical thing veiled in helping others out. You know, it's like all those motivational speakers. That's where I think his podcast fits in. I actually, put in this one as well, but I think I have my front runner right now. Okay. You want to talk about Keima?
Yes. I think Keima is going to be a far more almost like specialized version of the Mistake Zone, which is only going to be talking about dating sims. Because this is just, if you don't know this anime, it's basically a dude who has to make girls fall in love with him using the knowledge that he's obtained through dating sims.
Matt. We're 3 characters in. And so far, we have 3 extremely problematic podcasts.
Oh yeah, 100%. And you know what? If we're gonna say problematic, I feel like Nagito's is probably gonna be problematic in some way. I don't know what Nagito's would be. That's the thing. Like, I feel like his would be very almost culty in feel, just because of how he was in the show or not. Game.
Yeah, I feel like Nagito would do sort of like those drama or mystery podcasts, like Serial.
Yes. Yes.
Except it's a podcast that leads nowhere.
See, I feel like he would just talk about all the murders that took place in that in that world.
Yeah.
So I think everybody in Danganronpa 2 died in like some wild way. And I feel like he would just do multi episode rundowns of each character's death, and then move on to just deaths outside of that or within the Danganronpa-verse.
Yeah, he would stretch it out so much that like each death is its own season, and then you're like, we don't need 6 episodes of this, Nagato. Like, speed it up. And then like half the episodes are sponsorships. This episode brought to you by Audible. Like, moving on. Let's hear who's the culprit. Okay. Marcel.
Yes.
This one, oh man, I don't know what this one would be about.
I think this goes one of 2 ways. Like, one is this is like the wild stuff that my friends got me into today.
Yeah.
Type podcast, or it's like she's trying to tell the story of the adventure in a cool way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she'll talk about everything except for like the cooking parts of the show. It'll almost probably be informative about the monsters that they fought.
See, I almost feel like, okay, the first idea that you had, right? Like the dumb shit my like crew got me into, I think would be like a big part of it. But then I also think it would be like a podcast about magic and like certain spells.
Oh, yes. I think she would actually do like an adventuring 101 podcast almost.
Now, I'll be honest. If you ask me which of the 5 I want to listen to the most, this would be the one I want to listen to the most.
The Adventuring 101, or like the one where she talks about her like dumbass friends?
Because I feel like those are the same thing. Adventuring 101 with her dumbass friends.
No. I think those are two separate podcasts. One where she's trying to be professional, and one where she's just being a hater.
I feel like she will stay professional while talking about her dumbass friends. So, like, that's, I think, what will make it a fun listen to me personally. But then, like,
yeah. I mean, I
she
do
will
think that
have
of the five.
moments.
Yeah.
She will have moments where, like, she starts thinking about the food and shit gets a little dark.
Probably. Yeah. That's likely.
But that's not what the question is.
She would have, I think, the most edited podcast, and I think
Yes.
the most concise podcast of the five.
I hear you. If someone was most likely to have YouTube shorts of their podcast, it's Marcio from this list.
Yes, 100%. 100%. I think,
100%.
yeah, this is the most professional podcast. I almost feel like Miriam's podcast is just gonna be the most unneededly long.
Okay.
I say as we're hitting like 2 hours in this recording. It's probably gonna be like, edited down, but yeah. We're hitting 2 hours in this recording.
That's whatever. Like, okay. Gotta go back to Zoro's podcast and Miriam's podcast because I feel like the more I think about it, Miriam's gonna be Joe Rogan. So I think if we're talking about most likely to start a podcast, first off, most likely to start a podcast has to be a dude that feels like he needs to be heard more. So Miriam, I think, front runner for me personally. Based on what you've described, I do think Kema close second.
Yeah, baby.
Now,
yeah.
I will say Zoro, I don't think starts a podcast because I don't think he knows how to start a podcast. But if we're talking about what the podcast would be about, I would change my answer or confirm my answer to be about swords. So you'd be kind of like Weeby in that sense.
Yes.
Nagito. So I think like the three would be Miriam, Kema, and Nagito are the three most likely to start the podcast.
Yes. Yeah, that's probably true. I do still think that if all five started a podcast, Marcel will probably have the best one.
100%. Fully agree with you there.
Oh, man.
But we have to answer the question most likely to start the podcast.
Oh. Yeah, I do think that Miriam is most likely to start off like a self-jerk-off podcast, basically.
Yeah. Look at the thumbnail. Look at this fucker's face. Smug bastard. That's podcast face. He's got a face
Zoro
for podcast.
Guest, probably.
What's that?
You'd maybe have Zoro guest.
Yeah, like Zoro would be a guest on the podcast talking about swords. Like he'd be a single issue podcaster.
Yes. Okay, Zoro actually maybe falls more so into specialized YouTube content.
Yeah. You know what? Yes. Making this Japanese sword out of... We've seen videos like this, right?
Yeah.
Like making a sword out of like, ball beads or whatever. Like, sure, why not? Okay.
Oh, now that we're on that, yeah, Nagito would... Yeah, Kimo would just do Let's Plays, and then Nagito would just do long-form YouTube content.
If it weren't a podcast. Okay.
Oh, man.
I think it's Miriam first, came as second.
I also think, just as an addition, I think Miriam's podcast is live.
Is live?
Is live. Like, it records live. It isn't like, like our podcast. Like, we pre-record and then put it out. I think he just does it on Twitch.
I could see that. Now, my question for you then, between him and Kema, who's more delusional into thinking the people need to hear their voice?
I think Miriam.
You think so?
I think Kema knows his place in the world. Like he's not. I think Kema isn't expecting a big following. I think Miriam would expect a big following.
Interesting. So it sounds like you and I have the same answer for number one then, and number two seems to be Kema.
Yes, with the caveat that of these podcasts themselves would be the best if they existed.
Marcial's would be the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I really want that Marcel podcast now.
That would be a good one. Adventuring 101 with my dumbass friends.
Should we spin off the mistakes zone into No,
Yeah,
Adventures is already a podcast. Fuck.
we could call it Saturday Morning Adventures, and then
Oh, man.
we could have a whole D&D campaign with our dumbass friends.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
would be fantastic.
That'd be a really good idea.
We should try it out. Oh gosh, Matt, I think that's our list of questions. Did we ever name this game?
I don't think it had a formal name.
Do you think we should give it a formal name?
I don't know. I think I think just having the simple name of most likely to anime or something like that is good enough.
Most likely to anime. Surprise 11th question. Who would be the most likely to anime?
Of things that aren't already anime?
I don't know. I was just kind of trying to tie things together there.
Honestly, I think between the two of us, you actually are the most likely to anime in terms of watching anime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to finish recording and go back to watching anime. Or the Raptors. One of those two.
Whoa,
There's not much going on right now.
Sorry, Rakush.
What's up?
Do you hear that? I'm hearing like this weird buzzing and...
Yeah, it's like staticky.
Whoa, oh god.
Matt, Rakush, that was really interesting. And I know I'm talking to you guys from abroad right now, but boys, a few weeks ago, we did a very special Rakush Don't Match Me Challenge edition. And
shit. I see where this is going.
Nice. I believe there was a event recently.
Man.
And while I might not be there to celebrate in person, I can at least do it in spirit. And boys, I'm hijacking this week's episode or this week's edition of the Don't Match Me Challenge for a very special Matt edition of Don't Match Me. And boys, for all our friends out there who join us every week, the Don't Match Me Challenge is simple. I'm going to bring you 5 questions inspired by one of my best friends in the whole wide world. And all you have to do is give an answer that doesn't match mine. Of course, if you want to play on Jaren mode, you just don't match me. But if you want to play on Matt mode, don't match Matt and Rakush as well. But boys, when I think about our friend Matt, I think about where I met him in person for the first time, which was Comtech in the 9th grade. So, and what's one thing I associate with our Comtech class? Photoshop. Boys and friends, question 1. Name any Photoshop or photo editing software tool. So, name any Photoshop tool. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you said the blur tool, you're out.
Ooh.
Matt? What tool you got?
I mean, I went with the trusty clone stamp tool.
Good answer. Good answer. Rakush, how about you?
I went with the magnetic lasso tool.
Oh. Classic. A classic.
Guys, when I use non-Photoshop programs and they don't have the magnetic lasso tool, it makes me so sad.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so good. Where the reason I brought the blur tool was I remember in the 9th grade we were all assigned one tool to kind of learn ourselves and then tell the rest of the class what that tool was. I got the blur tool.
Man.
I'm not sure what. I know you had to give a reason why you think you would use that tool, and I'm not sure why I thought anyone would use the blur tool other than to blur out things. But I think I specifically said blur out faces, but we all know you can do better things with that tool. But boys, when I think about our friend Matt, I think about model kits. I think about Gunpla. So of course, for question 2, name any tool you would typically find in a model toolkit. Name any tool you would typically find in a model toolkit. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boys and friends, if you said the polishing cloth, you're out.
Oh.
Matt? What tool do you got?
Jared, I'm going one step before you. I'm going with the file.
Ooh. Good tool. That's a good tool, Matt. Rakush, how about you?
I'm surprised I didn't match. I went with the tweezers.
Yeah,
Old reliable.
It's important. That's important.
Yeah.
Old reliable. Matt, what was the last model you used a model toolkit for?
I think the last model that I built was the Hello Kitty Gundam crossover kit.
Oh, that sounds like a good one. Matt,
that's good.
I need a photo of this.
I think I sent you guys a photo of it when I did it, but it was a while back. Yeah.
But boys, when I think about my friend Matt, I think about the fact that we're all dirty Nintendo-year-olds at heart. So, question 3. Name any Nintendo home console. Name any Nintendo home console.
Is this including handhelds?
Nope, no handhelds. Guys, I'm just going to say it. According to Wikipedia, the Switches are considered hybrid consoles. So we'll take that out of the equation. So any other Nintendo home console. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Friends, if you said the Wii U, you're out.
Oh, oh God.
Matt?
Jared, I forgot the Wii U was a console.
Matt, I'm sure a lot of people did and do.
Man. Oh, I feel bad.
Matt, what's your answer?
I went with the Nintendo GameCube.
Okay, good answer.
Damn.
Ooh.
We matched.
Oh, we got him.
That was a brutal one. Maybe that should have been question 4, but had to give love to the other Nintendo-year-olds. And that, still good to know that we're all Nintendo-year-olds at heart. But Matt, when I think about your different eras in our entire friendship, there's one era in particular that I associate. Two things pop into my head when I think about this era of you, Matt.
Okay.
One is High School Musical, and 2 is Girls' Generation.
Oh, man.
So, Rakush, you might have to fire up some Wikipedia, because for question 4, name any Girls' Generation member.
Oh.
Name any Girls' Generation member. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Matt, does it surprise you that I picked Yuna?
It does not.
If you said Yuna, you're out. Matt, is your answer the same as your Girls' Generation bias?
Ooh, I don't, Jaren, you know me. Over time, I just become a Daruden with Daisuke. Even though I think that's not the word used for Koreans. But but I did go with the one that brought me to Girls' Generation. I went with Sooyoung.
Oh, okay. Matt, that's a good answer. Rakush, what did the Wikipedia roulette land on for you?
There's one named Hyoyeon.
No.
Since 2007. That's the one I'm going with.
Okay.
Yeah, solid answer.
She reminds me a little bit of like this Japanese comedian / model Rolla. Matt, you ever seen Rolla?
I don't think I have, no.
Okay, I'll send you a photo later.
Matt, before we move on, what would be the Girls' Generation song you would recommend for someone who wants to get into them for the first time?
Oh God, don't fucking listen to K-pop. Why do you do that to yourself?
Fair enough. But boys, we're here for the final question. And Matt, I think you know where this is going.
I actually have no idea.
When I think about my friendship with Matt, I think about the first place we truly met. And that was the Game FAQ's Yu-Gi-Oh! Social board. And if there's one thing the social board taught me, is that Yugi's grandfather's deck has no pathetic cards. So, for the final question, name one of the 5 Forbidden One cards.
Ooh.
Because, boys, you need 5 of these cards to win the duel in your hand. So, name one of the 5 Forbidden One cards. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you said left leg of the Forbidden One, you're out.
Oh no.
That Did your pot of greed also draw you the left leg of the forbidden one?
It did get me the left leg of the forbidden one.
Matt, I'm sorry to do this on your edition of the Don't Match Me challenge. Rakush, what did the pot of greed draw you?
I just went with the regular Exodia, the forbidden one, instead of fighting the
classic. Matt, did you have the original Exodia cards?
No, not any of the original ones. I had it when they reprinted them as commons in one of the sets, but not any of the holo originals.
Rakush, were you ever big into Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah, and it was a solid 6 months that I was into it, and then I wasn't into it.
Fair. And of course, we all went to the same high school. I was into Yu-Gi-Oh in the 9th grade, and then someone stole my deck, and I always stopped being into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Damn.
But boys, that was fun. I'm gonna go back to my own personal adventures and bid you adieu.
Matt. Matt. What the hell was that?
That was weird. Rakush?
How could you not tell me it was your birthday, bro?
Oh man, I totally forgot about that, Rakush. I don't think about my birthday that much.
Let's ignore the fact that this came up a couple of weeks ago, and I did know that it was your birthday this week. There I go, doing that thing you absolutely love. Explaining the joke.
It's good to hear from Jared.
It is good to hear from Jared. Yes,
I missed
from
that guy.
from his.
And I hope that comment doesn't age poorly.
Why? Why would it age poorly?
I don't know. I guess just because I thought of it during a birthday thing. I don't know if this is a thing in I guess your culture, but there's a kind of Filipino thing where you never celebrate a person's birthday early just because that's superstitiously bad luck. And when I was thinking of that, and then I said, "Oh, I miss Jaren," I became really sad because what if we're recording this episode in advance, but what if at that point?
What the fuck are you trying to manifest here?
I'm not trying to manifest anything. I'm just saying I bad juju'd myself.
No, don't bad juju this shit. No, that's dumb. So, okay, I'm not a religious person, but in my religion we have a different calendar that we follow. So by that calendar, our birthdays are sometimes on different days each year. So that whole superstition that you have wouldn't count in that calendar. So just think of it in that sense.
Okay.
Jesus, morbid fuck. We're back to beefing.
Yo, fuck this guy.
Take this away, dumbass.
Oh man.
Sorry, that was speed.
Rakush, it's okay. This is what we do on this podcast.
Oh gosh. Fucking podcasting 101 with my dumbass friends.
Oh man, yeah. You know what? That actually is just the Mistake Zone and Saturday Morning Arcade.
Basically, yeah. Matt, happy birthday.
Thanks, man.
Take it away. Nothing's gonna happen to any of us. We'll try our best to stay healthy.
So, Rakush, since Jeremy's not here to do it, I just want to say, thanks for joining me on this podcast, and indulging my I guess dive back into my space times.
Let's call it the anime yearbook.
Ooh, the anime yearbook is actually pretty good.
I think we stumbled upon the name here. This is the anime yearbook, first edition, 2025 edition. Maybe next year onwards we'll do it with new characters, all from the releases of that year.
Yeah, I guess if we stick with the quarterly anime things, we probably will have a lot of characters to just bring through.
Shit, maybe we should just do this in a couple of weeks when we have to do our year-end list for anime stuff.
Maybe.
Alright. Matt, take it away.
This has been the Mistake Zone, and we're possibly all out of Matt and Rakush beef.
Not a chance.